The thing that makes us brothers, and this is where we come to the moment of truth, the thing that makes us brothers is not the color of our skin. Yes, the color of my skin does help me to relate to somebody else who looks like me because I know they've probably gone through the same kind of things that I've gone through. But when it comes to heart and breast to breast, being brothers is not because of the color of the skin. It is because of the content of the heart. It is because we have the same spiritual father. It is because we're pursuing the same thing. It is because we have the same faith. The thing that justifies us before God is that we love him and that we love our brethren. Jesus used so many examples to talk about that. When he wanted to teach us about what it was like to care for your brother, he used the Good Samaritan. He talked about a Levite who came and saw the person bandaged and bruised and went on the other side. He talked about another person who came and saw his neighbor bandaged and bruised, but he went on the other side. Then he says, the person that is most despised, the Samaritan, he stopped. He bandaged his wound. He put him on his own horse. He took him to an inn. He took his own money and said, if you need anything else, just let me know. When I come back, I'll get it to you. When he wanted to teach about the love of God and about God as a spirit, he took a woman at the well, a woman who was a woman that probably had a pretty bad reputation because she was coming out to draw water when most women did not come out to draw water. She came out at midday, but Jesus had an appointment with her, and he used this woman of ill repute to teach us that God is a spirit, and God seeks those who walk in the Spirit and who worship in the Spirit. God seeks those who worship him. Not those who have a certain race, not those who have a certain color, not those who came from a certain background, not those who are a certain sex, but those who worship him in spirit. When he wanted to talk about faith, he took a woman that was a Syrophoenician woman. And she came to him and said, Lord, I need you to help me because my child is sick. She's got a demonic spirit, and I came to your disciples, and they sent me away. And Jesus said to her, it's not meet to take the children's bread and to cast it to dogs, speaking of the fact that there were some who were considered less than human back in those times. They were considered outcasts. The woman said, yeah, Lord, that's true. I may be considered ethnically a dog, but even the dogs eat the crumbs that come from the master's table. And Jesus said, you know what? That's great faith. That's great faith. Paul goes on to tell us, even in Galatians chapter 3, verse 28, he says, in Christ there is no Jew, there is no Greek, there is no bond, there is no free, there is no male, there is no free female, but you're one in Christ. Christ is the great equalizer. So when we come to the point of confronting things, we have to come next to correction. It does no good to confront if you don't correct. It does no good to tell me I've done wrong if you don't tell me how to do right.